Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Etta. If you've never been here before, thank you so much for stopping by. I wanted to share with you what I've finished in vendor / retail wax, and let me just say, because it's going to be a lot, this is probably closer to 3 months, right? Maybe a little over 2 months, but probably closer to 3 months worth of vendor. So it's a lot. And I didn't even grab the stuff from upstairs, the empties from upstairs for vendor. I was like, let me just get this done. So I hope that you're ready, you're relaxed, you need to pause if you have to take a little nature break, if you need to go get yourself a thing of water or tea or whatever you may want, a little snack. Wet my whistle before we start, because it's a lot. This little basket is packed, and I have stuff outside of the basket that I'm gonna try not to spend too much time on it, because otherwise it'll be way too long. All right, so the stuff outside of the basket was either I didn't really pay too much attention to it, so I don't even really know how it performed, or if I even liked it, or that kind of thing, or it's that I didn't really like it, right? It could be that I know how it performed and all that, and I just really wasn't crazy about the scent. So let me start with what's outside of the basket first. All right, so I have, let me see, two of these little shot cups from Jim's Daughter Crafts. One is in watermelon candy, and the other one is in But First Coffee. I didn't really smell, I didn't pay too much attention to it. I want to say the But First Coffee was okay, but I really don't remember. And I think I remember the watermelon candy. I'm not a huge watermelon fan, so I don't remember it making a huge impression on me as to, oh, I really liked it. I've had other things from Jim's Daughter Crafts that's very good, and I remember it and I enjoyed it, and but these two I just didn't. I had a little tiny sample cup from Sassy Girl Aroma, and it was in the scent Japanese Cherry Blossom. Well, I've done Japanese Cherry Blossom in the wallflowers, soaps, I love that scent, especially in the soap. Well, I did this in the half bath, and I was like, whoa. It definitely smelled like Japanese Cherry Blossom, but I felt like instead of warming wax, I felt like I had poured some of the soap into the dish. I mean, it has a major soapy smell. So anybody who likes that, I mean, I don't mind like fresh, clean, even some laundry, that kind of thing, but this was just like soap. Straight up soap, Japanese Cherry Blossom. I wouldn't get that one again. This is from Made to Melt. I don't remember this one when I warmed it. It's Italian Biscotti. I have no idea. This one is from Candles by Victoria, a shot cup. I had cut it into 4 pieces and did it over 4 different warmings. And I think I might have done 3 warmings, because I think on the last one I put 2 pieces in there just because I just wanted to finish it. I wanted to be done. It's Mango Sage Tea. I love mango, but I guess I don't like mango and sage. It threw really well, but not my favorite scent. Yeah, I think it's the sage. I just wasn't crazy about it. So if you like that scent, or you think you would like that scent, it performed really well. Just wasn't a scent for me. Then a couple of clamshells. This one was from Made to Melt. It's the scent Guava Mist. I like guava. This one, I don't think I paid attention, or I mixed it, and so therefore I really didn't know specifically how it did. So, but I don't think it made a big impression on me. This one's from K Scented Melts, Earl Grey. I have used Earl Grey in blends. Just, it's not a scent by itself for me. I don't mind tea scents. In fact, I usually like them as long as they're with something, right? So I found that just tea by itself isn't really for me. And another one from Made to Melt in the scent Cantaloupe. Now on cold sniff, this was fantastic and still smells great in the clam. But I may have done this one 2.5 months ago kind of thing, and I just don't remember how it did. I was watching one of Natalie's videos, Jersey Shore Living, and I even commented to her. I was like, I love the way you make a point of like making little notes and putting them on the blends or whatever with your, you know, with your thoughts. And I'm thinking, I kind of wish I had done that, but I also feel like with the amount that I have here, it would have taken me a full-time job to get this done. Like, I just, I can't. So here's one that I think I probably either didn't pay attention or I wasn't super keen on it. I like banana, but I don't always like banana. I think I kind of have to be in the mood, and maybe I wasn't when this was going. So this is from Britta's Grim Grinning Ghosts, which was coconut cream pie and banana walnut cake. Not really, you know. This was a sample from Rose Girls of Mother Earth, and I'm kind of thinking it might have came in the Mother's Day little bundle pack, whatever. I had picked that up. So Mother Earth is honeydew, clean fresh breeze, green lily, and tropical waterfall mist. I opened the bag earlier to see if I could remember, because I could see the two little shapes imprinted like on the bag. I'd like to say I liked it, but I can't remember. So I can't tell you that I did if I just really don't remember. This one is another one from Rose Girls. It's called Toasted Coconut Latte. Coconut macaroons, hazelnuts, and espresso beans. I love most coffee. This was one that it was okay. It was, I mean, I have so much coffee that I have to get very picky now about picking up coffee because I just have so much of it. So this is not one that I would pick up again. It didn't like thrill me. This was a sample from Noel's Farm Scents. The scent is, it's one of those that doesn't have a scent. It says Waste Not Chunk. I wasn't able to even pick up what it was. So it was just something that was going that day. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it out. From Rose Girls, Summer Fling, Copper Coconut Sands, Bath & Body Works type, Raspberry Sauce, and Summer Sunshine. I think I tried to smell the inside of the bag of this one, and I don't know, maybe I did it up in the room upstairs, and that's why I don't know anything about it. Another Rose Girls, Starbeans Cafe and Poochie's Pops. Vanilla cake pops, peanut butter, graham crackers, pretzels, espresso, vanilla crunch donuts, and vanilla bean Noel. I thought this one was okay. I have found in the past few months that I just don't like pretzels. And I think I still have some stuff that has pretzels, and I don't know, either I'll send it off to a friend when I send out stuff, or maybe if, you know, maybe send some to my sister, see if she likes it. This is, let's see, I think it's both of these. Yeah, these were two customs that I had done with K's, and I did like a slight variation. Both of them start with Madagascar Vanilla and Palo Santo. Both of them have Madagascar Vanilla, Palo Santo. But on this one, the third scent was Sandalwood Vanilla, and on this one, Egyptian Amber. And they were okay. They were both from March, so I had waited the 2 months. I liked them. I think they were nice, but they were a little too soft for me. Like, I obviously needed to have picked, maybe it was the Madagascar Vanilla, maybe the fact that my nose doesn't pick up some of those lighter scents, especially like vanillas and stuff, and bakery kind of things. I don't know, maybe it needed something in there with a little more punch. It just wasn't strong enough for me. The scent was pretty, I just didn't think it was strong enough. From Rose Girls, another sample piece, Sparks Fly, Boom Boom, creamy orange creamsicle. Oh, I don't know why I stuck it on the outside. This one was good. I do remember this one. I would have done this one, I think, in the pantry over a couple of warmings. So actually, I like that one. This one was a souffle from Teddy B's of I Heart Vanilla Palo Santo, and it was from July of 22. It was one of those that, again, I just said about vanilla. The other one that had Madagascar vanilla, Palo Santo, and another scent, whereas this one says creamy vanilla marshmallow, vanilla milkshake, marshmallow magnolias. I think that's her I Heart Vanilla, and then warm Palo Santo. So for me, I guess it was too much vanilla, and I really didn't get a strong enough scent. Again, it was pretty, but just not strong enough for me. This was another custom I had done with Kay's. It performed really well, but there was something in it that I didn't like too much, and I think it had Honolulu Sun, Sea Swept Blossoms, and Freshly Zested Lemon. It was good for the summer, but at the same time, it had almost like this warmth to the smell. I think it was the Honolulu Sun. And I remember Carla telling me she wasn't too sure about it. She asked Connie. Connie's like, it's okay, let it go. It's good. And because she said, I think she told me Honolulu Sun can take over a blend. And I think what my nose was picking up is this real dark, deep warmth to it, right? Like it was, like I was smelling the heat from it. So it did well. It performed great in the sunroom. Just it wasn't really my thing. Like I wouldn't order it again. This one, another customs I had done with her at Kay's, and it's Frosted Winterberry, Honey Apple Champagne, and Earl Grey and Apple. And it was me having fun trying to make like a Winterberry apple tea. And it was good. I put it on the outside because it didn't quite make Winterberry apple tea. I know it was missing a couple of things. And so I've tried again. I'm waiting for it to cure for the 2 months that I like to wait. Hopefully it'll be a little closer, a little better. But this one was good, but didn't hit the mark. So I still enjoyed it. This was a sample I had gotten from the Pharmacist's Daughter of Boy Bait. I think I got that one recently when I had gotten my customs. It's a coffee scent and wasn't one of my favorites. And then the last two were samples from Carla, and this one I said I'm not huge on watermelon. It was watermelon lemonade. Part of me wants to say that it did okay, but I really don't remember. And then this one I smelled the inside. I'm almost positive this one did really well, that I had done it in the pantry and that it did really well. But when I smelled the inside of the bag, I couldn't smell anything. So I was like, I think it was this one, but I'm not positive. And that's Tropical Blast. But I am like so sure that it was this one that did really well in the pantry that I would pick it up again with the thought that I'm pretty sure I loved it. All right, then the ones in here, I think I pretty much enjoyed most of them. They might not have been like favorites, but they did well. I enjoyed the scent, right? Like it might not have been one that I was like, oh, I got to go get more and more of that. But it wasn't something that I was like, oh, I got to take it out of the warmers. So I enjoyed them. From Harper James, I had gotten, I think I got this one when she was doing that, like a flash sale, clean up thing or whatever. I don't know. Jelly of the Month Club, fresh baked bread and raspberry jam. And I think Charity told me that this was like a request that she had made. And I guess they named it Jelly of the Month Club. I enjoyed it. I thought it did well. I think, well, I know I did it at the same time. Most of these are the raspberry sampler from Lavender and Speckles. So like I would use this, I would try some of this, I would mix this with something else. I was trying to do raspberry, and I was trying to do it like if I put it in the sunroom where I had 3 hot plate warmers, I could either do, because those dishes, oh, I have one right here. Those dishes are really big. It'll easily hold 2 of her pieces in there. And I mean, it would hold more than that. But if I do 1, I find that the wax is like too thin, and it makes it even harder to get out of the tin. Whereas if I do 2, when it's hardened, I can usually just kind of, you know, pull on the sides, and it usually pops out. So I would either do like 1 with something else, maybe mixed it with this or mix it with some other scent, or I did 2, right? So I did the whole thing of Jelly of the Month Club, not at one time, but you know, over the course of many warmings. Whoops, dropped it. Sorry, meant to put it in the trash bag. All right. So like I said, I got through, well, I finished up the entire raspberry sampler, which said warm after May something. I have on here 5/24, so that's just the month and the month and the year. So there was another bag mixed in there. So I also had used her beach night cookies. Like I could have taken one of, you know what? The very first one, I bet you it was this one. I probably mixed these 2, raspberry jam and beachy coconut, and then beach night cookies. I probably took like 1 and 1. That way, instead of putting 2 of the same in one of these dishes, I would have put like 1 and 1. And since there's 3 in here, I would have had enough for the 3 warmers. So I probably did that, now that I'm seeing that. But let's see. So if you got the sampler, you already know what the different scents are. But raspberry jam and vanilla and caramel sea salt. Now, I didn't necessarily pay too much attention, like for each individual one. I can't tell you, oh, this one or this one. What I do know is that I enjoyed them, right? I do know that I never had a problem with them. I could have either done it in the hot plate, or I might have even have put a couple of times in the candle crock on my desk. So I really would have smelled it that day. So I enjoyed them. I thought they did well. There was probably 1 or 2 in here that, you know, maybe didn't perform as well for me as the others, but that's more my problem, because I have a problem smelling bakery. And so depending on how bakery like this was, I might not have smelled it all that great. So raspberry jam and pink marshmallow pie. Now I will say, when I first tried Lavender and Speckles, I only waited the time she said, right? Although I like to do 2 months for just about every vendor, and it's kind of easy to do when you've got so much. Although sometimes I get impatient and I want to try it. But I didn't wait the first time, and I tried a couple, and I thought, yeah, I'm not really smelling it. Like, I'm not really getting. And then I was like, you know what? Just wait. Just wait the 2 months like you're supposed, or like you always do, and just see again. I waited the 2 months. No problem. Everything worked fine. I do always use either hot plate or candle crock, and you know, the hot plate usually has the tins or whatever, and they're like 20 or 24 watt. Or I have put it in the pantry in the Aldi hot plate, which I think is a 17 watt, but that baby gets really, really hot. I don't know, 17 watts, but it gets really hot. Well, I used to put it in the Polar Panorama also, but I would actually use the tin on the Polar Panorama because it fit exactly in the dish, like no extra room on it and stuff, so it was perfect. Okay, so raspberry jam and pink marshmallow pie. Did I say that one? All my blabbering. Raspberry jam and beach marshmallow cookies. Could have been that one that I used with the beach cookie one too. Raspberry and lemon bar. I think that one probably stood out a little more for me because of the lemon. This one, I may not have enjoyed this one as much. This one's raspberry jam, pretzel, and powdered donuts. Again, I have found that I just don't enjoy the pretzel blends. I think they usually smell really good to me on cold, but on warm, there's some little note in the pretzel that my nose does not like. Raspberry jam and vanilla buttercream cake. And you know, I don't know which one it was in here. Like, something about that buttercream cake made me think. I know that one of them, I used one shape from Cake. One of hers, you know, one of her lavender and speckles blends called, I think it's called Cake. That cake. So good. So good. For me not being a huge, well, I like bakery. It's that my nose doesn't always want to smell it. But that cake, yeah, my nose could smell that and it was fantastic. Raspberry jam, raspberry custard, and French toast. Raspberry jam, cream cheese, zucchini bread. I don't even remember warming that one. The name doesn't sound familiar. All right, the next little bag here is from Sassy Wax Melt. This was from, well, I'd say my first order with Sassy Wax Melts, but it's actually my only order that I've done with her. This is Hanging with My Peeps. Peeps Frosted Sugar Cookie Rice Krispie Treats. I don't know, maybe I'm not all that crazy about Peeps. And then whatever, I can't remember what the first one is that I warmed from her. I wasn't too crazy about that scent either, so take that one with a grain of salt. So far I haven't liked 2 of 2 scents that I've tried, so that's probably me, not the vendor. I will say that I, put it in the tin dish, and I found that I had to like scrape it out because it's on the softer side. So a lot of the softer waxes, and there's quite a few that are really soft, like Second and Spruce. I can put them in one of these, but I've noticed what I have to do is mix it with a harder one so that I have an easier time getting it out. Otherwise, I have to cotton ball. So Sassy Wax Melts, I have to keep trying the ones that I have, and I'll let you know what my overall thoughts are at some other point. But right now, based on the 2 scents that I've done, I probably wouldn't get any more, but it's not because it didn't perform. It was more because I just didn't really like it, and it made the getting it out of the dish harder, and so just thoughts like that. All right, but Second and Spruce, I have raspberry lemon cream cake, and it was a nice big old snap bar, or what do you call these, clamshell. So all that raspberry that I did from Lavender and Speckles, I was also using Second and Spruce raspberry lemon cream cake. So very easily, like her little shapes are harder wax, and then her Second and Spruce is much softer. So I could definitely do that. Like I could use one piece of this with one of hers in the metal dish and still get it out relatively easy. So did that. Another one from Candles by Victoria. This one's called Tea Party. This one I did do over the 4. I would have cut it into 4, and this one did really well in the pantry. I would have put it in that Aldi hot plate warmer. It did really well. It was a good scent. I enjoyed it. So Tea Party. Then from Walmart, I had picked up the Better Homes and Gardens Wild Berries and Cheesecake. And oh, yeah, I did this one while I was doing like some blueberry, and I think at another time when I did some blackberry, because it was 3, 6, 9, 12 pieces in these. and I kind of used it while I was using some other things, and it did really well. I was trying to think, there was another one that I got in the same size, says my husband's calling me, and it was in, I think, strawberry mimosa or something like that. And why is he still calling me? All right, I'm gonna have to pause and come back. Okay, I'm back. Hubby called me, and he went for a ride with a friend and got a nail in his tire. Had to wind up canceling the trip and instead going to the dealership to get a new tire. So anyways, I'm going to continue. I'm still at the beginning of this big, huge basket. Maybe I should have cut it off and did part 2. You know what? Maybe that's what I'm going to do, because I think I was already at like 24 minutes. So thank you for watching the first half. I'm going to start over and do another video and hopefully upload both of them. I'll see y'all in a minute. Bye.